In this session, I am going to explain priority queue. This priority queue is here explained by using array implementations. Let us begin. What is priority queue? I think before you have heard the word priority and queue. Queue is nothing but it is in, first out. That means a thing which inserted first will get out from first out. That means which is inserted first, that is exited first. That is called as a queue. Priority means what? Preference. That is, in a queue it has given a preference. That queue is called as a priority queue. The priority queue in the data structure is an extension of the normal queue. That means before you want to inserting or deleting an element in a queue, same process has been done in the priority. That means before you are using the word priority, first it should be in a normal queue. In normal queue, we can make changes what we want. That means before we have explained single-ended queue or normal queue and double-ended queue, circular queue, all are basically it came from the normal queue only. It is an abstract data type that contains a group of items. It is like the normal queue, except that dequeuing element follows a priority order. The priority order dequeues those items first that have the highest priority. This blog will give a deeper understanding of the priority queue and its implementation in the C programming language. In upcoming slides, I have explaining how it is implemented. That means by using the C programming. Now, what is priority queue? I have explained here. Now, I technically we can go. It is an abstract data type that provides a way to maintain the data set. The normal queues follows a pattern of first in, first out. It is an abstract data type that provides way to maintain data set. The normal queue follows a pattern of first in, first out. In DQ, elements in the same order followed at the time of insertion operation. Have explained what is DQ and what is InQ in before sessions. However, the elements order in a priority queue depends on the elements priority in the queue. The priority queue moves the highest priority element at the beginning of the priority queue. That means the element which has given the priority that is moved at the beginning of the queue and at the lowest priority elements at the back of the priority queue. That means it is moved at the end of the queue, or we can say that in a rare end. It supports only those elements that are comparable. Hence, priority queue in the data structure arranges the elements either in ascending or descending order. That means here only two types of priority can be done. That is, it may be in ascending order or it may be in the descending order. You can think of a priority queue as a several patients waiting in a line at the hospital. Here I am giving the example. Here the situation of the patient defines the priority order. The patient with the most severe injury could be the first in the queue. That means you can tell in a simple word emergency patient. You may seeing in a hospital there may be a n number. For assume that there are 100 patients waiting for a doctor. If any emergency came at that time, all these will be left and the first preference is given to the emergency patient. that preference is called as a priority. That means that priority is implemented in a queue, therefore it is called as a priority queue. Here, what are the characteristics of priority queues? A queue is termed as a priority queue if it has the following characteristics. What are those? Let us begin by one. Each item has some priority associated with it. An item with the highest priority is moved at the front and deleted first. If two elements share the same priority value, then the priority queues follows the first in, first out principle for DQ operations. This concept, I think, you have aware in round robin. There, if the two elements having same priority, or you can see in operating system there is also a priority. In that also, if same thing is arrived same time, then it will work in the form of FIFO, that is first in first out. What are the types of priority? As before I said, there are two types of priority. One is ascending order priority and second one is descending order priority. What is ascending order priority? An ascending order priority gives us the highest priority to the lower number in that queue. That means in a ascending order. You may be aware as what is ascending order and what is descending order. That means ascending from lowest to biggest and descending from biggest to lowest. Here, first you will, for example, I am taking 6 elements, that is 4, 8, 12, 45, 30 and 20. These are randomly. First what we should do? Firstly, you will arrange the numbers in ascending order. Here you can see 4, 8, 12, 20, 35 and 45. In this list, 4 is the smallest number, hence the ascending order priority queues treats number 4 as the highest priority. That means during the rank we will tell that 4th rank is the highest priority. In this example, you can see that is graphically represented or diagrammatically represented 4, 8, 12, 20, 35 and 45. This is in a queue with an ascending order priority. Here in this diagram you can see 4 as the highest priority and 45 as the lowest priority, that is which is in the rear end. Now I will take same example for descending order priority. A descending order priority queues the highest priority to the highest number in the queue. In previous, lowest number is taken as the highest priority. In descending order, highest number is taken as the highest priority. For example, same example I have taken. Firstly, you will arrange these number in ascending order. The new list is as follows: 45, 35, 20, 12, 8 and 4. In this 45, you can see in this 45 is the highest. Now 45 is the highest number, hence the descending order priority queue treats number 45 as the highest priority. Diagrammatically, you can see here 45, 35, 20, 12, 8 and 4. In this 4 as the lowest priority and 45 as the highest priority. In previous slides, what happened? 4 is the highest priority and 45 is the lowest priority. Here it is vice versa. Implementation, where it has been implemented here in linked list binary heap, arrays, binary search trees. The binary heap is the most efficient method for implementing the priority queue in the data structure. Next, we are concentrating on all these concepts one by one. What are the steps to implement priority queue using C functions? First one, for inserting, asks the data and its priority from the user. In front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to n minus 1. Then it shows that queue is full. Same concept which we have used in normal functions. Else, normal functions means normal queue. Else, what it will happen if front is equal to the minus 1, the queue is empty. So, we have initialize front and rear with 0. Same concept is implemented in the where normal queue. That concept is implemented here. As before slide I have said that it is first initially is the concept of normal queue. Therefore, what are the C functions which have implemented in the normal queue? Same thing is taken here and modified little bit according to the priority queues. Next point, insert the data entered by user in the queue using rear. Next, if rear is equal to n minus 1 and front is not equal to 0, then there is a empty space in queue before the front for using the data space. We will shift the elements of the queue with the help of front and rear. That means f equal to 0, r equals to r plus 1, because the elements is inserted at rear end and deleted at front end. If you want to delete from front end, what happens? First initially f equals to 0, then f equals to f plus 1. Next, insert the data in the queue before at the position where given priority is greater than priority of the element in queue. These are the points which we should remember for inserting. Next, deletion. Remove the elements and priority from the front end of the queue. That is, I have said that always insertion is done at the rear end and deletion is done at front end. Next, increase front with 1, that is f equals to f plus 1, that is front equals to front plus 1. Next, to print or display, what we are using a loop, take the starting point from the front end of the queue and ending from the rear end of the queue and print the data. That is the common idea. We are known thing. Always will start at front and ends with rear. Here you can see how implementation of the priority queue using array in C. It has been shown here. See, this is queue and this is priority queue, that is 34 and 84. Here it is inserted at front end. Now 38 and 63 inserted at rear end. Then 45 and 61. Here you can see next element I am inserting 77 and 55. Next 83 and 22. You can see this is the priority queue. This is 34, 38, 45, 77 and 83. What is this one? This is in ascending order and this one is in descending order. Same has been shown here. Deletion operation, as I said, always deletion is taken from front end. Therefore, I have deleted this one, 34 and 84. Here the algorithm is there. First, for NQ, that means NQ is nothing but inserting. First we will check front or rear equals to n minus 1. If AND condition is true, that means if both are true, it will show that overflow condition. That means no elements can be inserted. After that, if it is false, then it will move front equals to -1, then front equals to or equals to 0. That is front equals to rear equals to 0. Same concept which is implemented in the normal queue here also. Then queue of rear equals to data. That means in a rear end I am inserting the data, and priority rear that equals to priority. That means we are making in a priority wise. Else if rear equals to n minus 1, what happens? Front I am initializing I equals to front, and I is less than or equal to rear, and I plus plus. Here you can see, then q of I front equals to q of I. Then next priority I am taking I minus front, that equals to priority of I. Next I am initializing rear equals to rear minus front, front equals to 0. Then I am using for loop I equals to or I is less than f. Then I decrement if p is greater than priority of I, q of I plus 1 equals to q of I, priority I plus 1, that equals to priority. If this condition is false, what happens? It will move to I q of I plus 1, that equals to data priority I plus 1 equals to p. Then increment the rear. That means I am inserting the elements. For deleting, what happens? dq, if front equals to -1, what it will print? It will print q is under flow. Else what happens? It will print q of f and p of r, that is normal q and priority q. If front equals to rear, front equals to rear minus 1, else it will print fr, that is front. Here you can see that one. If this is equal, print it is full. If f equals to 1, q is empty. Then I am initializing, if it is true, f equals to r equals to 2 in q of r, that is in normal q of r I am implementing the data. Then pr, that equals to priority. That means first I am taking the normal q and priority q. In diagrammatically I have shown in before slides. You assume or you take that picture into in front of your eyes, you will get the idea. Same concept is here I am implemented. Next, if this condition is false, then what I will do? If I will compare with rear end, that is n minus 1. If it is true, I am going for a loop. I am initializing I equals to f, I is less than r, and I plus plus q of I minus f equals to q of I. For priority, priority I of minus 1 equals to priority of I. Then rear end equals to r equals to r minus f. Same thing I have taken forward. What happens? Q of I plus 1 equals to q of I, priority of I plus 1 equals to priority I. If the condition is false, then it will come out of the loop. Then it will print q of I plus 1 equals to data, priority I plus 1 equals to p. Then increment the rear because I want to insert the elements. And next I am comparing p of priority of 1. If it is q of I plus 1 equals to q of I, if priority, that is pr I plus 1 equals to pr of I. If this condition is true, it will print. If it is false, it will move to the else part and it will break and come out of the loop. And here you can see it will here q of I plus data, that is priority of I plus 1 equals to p, then r increment. Then I am printing, that is display. From where I should print? From front end to the rear end. Therefore I am initializing I equals to f, I is less than or equal to r, that is rear end. Then I am going incrementing, and then I am printing here q of I, that is normal q and priority q. In dq, that is deleting an element. If f equals to -1, q is empty, no elements can be deleted. If this condition is false, what it will do? Print deleted item %d, that is control string, because these two are what integer data type, therefore I am taking control string as percentage d q of f and priority of f. If r equals f front end equals to r, I am initializing f equals to r equals to -1, else I am incrementing front is f plus plus, and this is the main function. I am taking the cases. Here you can see for case 1 I am going to insert an element into a queue, that is nq, and second one I am printing the elements, that means what are there I want to see, therefore I am printing the elements. Next, third case is dq, that is to delete an element which I want. Then last, here you can see case 0 which will come, that is default, that means if you press above 3 it will print incorrect choice. Here I am used do while loop. Thank you.